I want to talk about what happened last night. WWE Raw on Netflix. I love the star power with The Rock, John Cena, Roman Reigns being out there, CM Punk and Seth Rollins put on a show. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it an 8. Um, but it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. 3 hours long. I maybe would have switched. I maybe would have started the show with CM Punk and Seth Rollins and then finished with Solo losing to Roman Reigns and then The Rock coming out and putting the Ula Fala on him and then maybe teasing, a turn, teasing them, maybe battling at WrestleMania. But a solid show, I think, from top to bottom. I think I gave it 8 out of 10. But one of the biggest stories from the debut of Monday Night Raw on Netflix was Hulk Hogan. And wrestling shows on TV have been known to amplify and muffle or pipe in crowd noise, but there was none of that last night. I mean, the closed captioning even said crowd booing. So no escaping that. It's crazy to see one of the most popular figures in sports and entertainment history whittled down to a guy invoking that type of response. I mean, WWE should have known something like that was going to happen. I mean, you're in one of the most liberal states in the country, and you trot out a guy that was literally campaigning for Donald Trump a couple of months ago, but that's only part of it, right? And it might be only a small part of it. It is part of it, but probably only a small part of it. It goes way deeper than that. I mean, let's not forget that Hulk Hogan himself was removed from the WWE Hall of Fame back in 2015 after audio from a sex tape revealed that he said that he was racist to a point. I don't feel bad for him. I mean, I just think the whole situation is sad. I mean, think about it. This was a guy that was revered all over the world. He was Thunderlips, for God's sake. Millions of kids around the world in the late 80s and early 90s ate their vitamins, they said their prayers, they listened to their parents, they did their homework because the Hulkster said so. And now this. And if you listen back to the audience, if you get a chance, go back and listen to it. Those weren't wrestling fan boos. Like, those weren't fans that were getting their money's worth, voicing their displeasure, like we've seen with like guys like Dominic Mysterio getting booed and the New Day getting booed. That response was, get this guy the hell out of here. We don't care what he did to help build this place and get us to this place. He's ruining what is supposed to be a feel-good night. Take your beer, take your American flag, take the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and get lost. I mean, times have certainly changed, and oh, how the immortal have fallen. I think Hulkamania is finally dead. What say you? I mean, you were there, or you're not. Maybe you weren't there, but you were watching it last night. Just wild, right? The fall from grace. We've had this conversation before in the past of guys that were so revered and so loved, and there's just nothing they could have done wrong. And now they're public enemy number one. And I don't know if anybody is higher on that list than Hulk Hogan, whether it's politically driven or not, but that was a very, very poor response. And again, it wasn't like everybody booing where you could, we've seen it after Roman Reigns beat The Undertaker, and we've seen it whether you're booing a professional athlete where everybody likes to boo, you're getting your money's worth. It wasn't that. It was apathetic. It was distaste. It was like, we don't want any part of this. And for a guy that is literally the Babe Ruth of professional wrestling, I don't know. That's a huge, huge fall from grace.